Good system. Anything else, gents? Before we wrap up?
I don't got anything.
Oh my god, I forgot. I legitimately forgot. It was something.
Oh,
Oh, Trick winning the TNA World Title.
crazy.
I don't think I like it.
I think he loses right away though and goes to the main roster.
I don't think it's right away. I think you'll hold it for a little bit.
If you're gonna do that and he just becomes a transitional champion, like once you made the choice, okay, if I'm TNA now, hey bruh, you can't just take our top title like that. We gotta get. Does that mean does that mean Joe Hendry goes and becomes the NXT champion or something like that?
No, why would he become NXT champion?
I'm just saying because if I'm TNA, I'm giving up my top title to a NXT superstar. I
Okay.
need to get something back. This is a partnership. I
Yeah, they can win something later on. That's fine.
hopefully because I understand that it was cool for Joe Hendry to come out to WrestleMania. It was amazing. But like if you look at the brass
WrestleMania.
tacks, he got squashed. He got squashed by Randy Orton. That's and
I don't
and
think it was squash.
okay, let's okay. Randy Orton dominated the match. That's still TNA's top champ. Just because you got the exposure is but still TNA's top champ. And now your top champ just lost to a an NXT superstar, and hopefully they do it right. Because if WWE is just taking advantage of them, that's not a good look.
TNA has gotten a lot of exposure from WWE. I think you're being a little bit more nihilistic towards it. Joe Hendry's gotten so much exposure due to the WWE system as well. TNA is not on par with the main roster. TNA is equivalent to NXT at the end of the day.
Then
So, and
hopefully
Trick had a cheat to beat Joe Hendry too. I don't think it's a big deal at all.
that's
Mike,
pretty cheap. He's still the top champ, bro. He's the top champ on there. He's the top guy on TNA
oh,
right now.
Trick is the top guy in NXT. He just lost recently against Obafemi. He's so I don't know. There's really no difference there.
At the same time, like Trick, we don't really talk about enough, but he is very, very successful right now. Like he's doing a lot of things outside of the WWE that we don't really see anyone besides the top wrestlers do. Like he's been on multiple TV shows at this point, like at least three that I can think of. Like he's done commercials, and he's just an NXT guy. He's not even a main roster guy, so he's doing great. So the fact that like he's big outside, he's big outside of WWE already, and he's not even on the main roster. Him being on TNA, I think, only really helps them.
They're getting all these exposure from WWE eyes, and now Mike Santana, which is the next guy that they want to build up, is now been showing up on NXT now, getting the WWE eyes. So this partnership has done a lot because TNA, ever since this merger, has been getting so much more publicity and eyeballs.
And they're
Um,
getting more attention because like Evolve apparently has been cooking. People have been excited about that a little bit, and they just had like their first championships of that. And then also the LFG people just got signed to NXT, and like they're having their first. Like the guy had his first match. I think the girl has her first match probably like this Tuesday, and
yeah,
they have a little following because of the TV show. So
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then World Collide, they have a mixture of NXT main roster, TNA, and AAA talent. Like
I'm
Laredo Kid from TNA is on Worlds Collide. He's a TNA superstar.
Javon Evans is in that four way for Ethan Page's for the North American title.
Yeah, that's the one. For Javon, Laredo Kid, Ethan Page, and Ray Phoenix. That match is gonna be insane. Um, yeah, I think TNA has been getting a lot from this deal.
hopefully. Well, we'll see.
I
I
mean,
just I'm like,
nobody
all right,
cared about TNA before this merger. To be fair.
but that's okay. But don't. I understand that we didn't care about it, but bro, they're still Riddell. If we had, I understand that they're big. Let's just say, let's keep it a buck. If Bezos came in and immediately just starts running our podcast, I understand we're not as big as them, but that's still he's becomes the most important guy on our thing, and he's only here for a little bit. Like I just hope I understand that they've gotten exposure. If TNA is not, if somebody from TNA is not holding an NXT championship by the end of the year, I think that's really bad. I think there
So
should be. You need
the
to do
reason
it the
why
other way too.
your analogy is not equivalent, the only way it would be equivalent is if one of us goes to their podcast, gets broadcasted in their biggest event, become a featured man at every of the events that they do on DreamCon, and then we have another one of our people go on there and is also getting featured, and we got a bunch of people getting featured. Then one of their guys comes on and and becomes the host for one of our shows and dictates it for like a week or two or a few weeks. I think that's perfectly fine, especially if we get a bunch more eyeballs, get a bunch of more subscribers, get a bunch more views from it, and then okay, they have one guy host our thing for a couple weeks. So
I don't know. I just hope that somebody from TNA also gets to hold the NXT championship above his head at an NXT pay-per-view, because I think that would really make it work. The man could go the main roster right now. The only reason he's not, obviously, because he has the title, unless WWE is like, fuck it, because they've done it before and they'll just take him up. So now you just got Trick running around the main roster with a TNA title.
So
okay.
That's more eyeballs to the TNA brand.
But I understand. But if this is another promotion's top title, and especially if Trick does not start off well, he's being treated well. Now you're watching. Oh, Trick. Especially, I'm not trying to put race into it. Let's sit here and pretend. But if he's on the main roster looking dumb while holding the WWE or the TNA World Championship, I think that's bad. That's not worth the exposure.
Why would he be looking dumb?
Yeah, they make Trick Williams, who's one of their most successful superstars outside of WWE, look dumb.
They do that shit all the time to other people on the main roster.
Ooh,
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor isn't getting all these TV deals like Trick Williams.
Finn Balor is one of the most successful, especially outside the WWE. What are we doing?
You think they're gonna bring Trick up to the main roster and treat him like Finn Balor?
They did that with Tyler Breeze when he was hot in NXT. They've done that with multiple people.
We're talking about modern. We're talking about
guys have commercial and TV deals.
They did that.
We're talking about this modern era. We're not talking about Vince McMahon, because Vince McMahon did not respect NXT. This modern era for big superstars that are big on the brand that come up to the main roster, all of them been treated well. You see what Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton just got. Braun Breaker is in the freaking faction with Seth Rollins.
Julia is about to be in the USA thing with Zelina,
and she's in Money in the Bank right now. Like Stephanie Valkyrie just had a match with Io Sky.
Okay, hold on. Carmelo Hayes was on a fucking rudderless ship, and all of a sudden he's with the Miz. But you like the Miz, so I guess that doesn't matter.
He just won the freaking Andre the Giant match.
Nigga, that shit don't matter. What are we doing? The Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. That shit don't matter.
What do you want from Carmelo Hayes? So he's with the Miz, one of their top premier stars. He won a big battle royale.
The Miz is a top star. The Miz is a top star.
One of the biggest legends in the WWE business. He's one of the most recognizable names in the WWE. Period. What are we talking about? What are we talking? Like you're gonna be crazy.
We talk about the Miz. We talk about the Biz like he Bret Hart. What the fuck are we talking about here?
I didn't say he was Bret Hart.
Whatever you say about Carmelo, they've been giving him nothing but matches since he's been on WWE. He's had match after match after match after match.
Just because he's having Carmelo has been,
and also Trick Williams is bigger than Carmelo Hayes. So I just want to be very clear about that as well.
Okay.
So you brought up Carmelo Hayes, who actually is getting featured a lot. Yes, he's a mid-carder because he just is.
But he's featured a lot.
Getting a lot of opportunity. And then we bring up
with somebody. They all like his first match was against Cody Rhodes.
He was the number one draft pick on SmackDown.
He had the awesome feud with Andrade, which was one of the main things cooking on SmackDown at the time. Everyone couldn't wait until Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. They were cooking.
So you name one example of a guy who's doing a
lot.
He's not getting treated stupidly. He's just a mid-carder
until
right
Lyra
now.
Valkyria literally feuded with Becky Lynch, she was mid to bad, and that's with her winning.
She was not.
She was still winning matches.
Nigga,
She was winning.
Lyra was not moving anybody, Lonnie. We were talking about this a couple months.
All her championship matches.
Was Lyra moving any? Lonnie, were we not having Lonnie? Did we not have Lonnie? Did we not have multiple conversations about Lyra Valkyria not moving you, despite the fact that she was a champion?
Doing stuff on WWE? Yes,
that's because you're doing stuff. She was not good. She was mid.
That's a lie. She had some of the best matches on the roster. That's just cap. We're just lying.
No,
Lyra versus Io.
My problem was that
Lyra versus Bayley. Lyra versus
were
Nia. What are we
phenomenal.
talking about?
Her versus Dakota Kai was heat. Her versus Dakota Kai was a great match.
And she won the Intercontinental title the first
nigga, she was champion. And me and Lonnie were talking like, man, she's not moving nobody right now.
But she's not getting able to talk, but she was still having great matches. Now her versus Dakota Kai was phenomenal. What are we talking about?
Every match Lyra had was phenomenal. Every single one.
Carmelo Hayes, mid. Kiana James, you don't even know who that is. Baron Corbin, fired.
Kiana James is not as popular as Trick.
Baron Corbin is not as popular after her first match. She had one match and then she tore ACL. What do you want from her?
Baron Corbin, fired. Ilya Dragunov, hurt. Lyra Valkyria, mid till
Ilya got injured. Ilya got injured.
And I literally said that. Ilya Dragunov, injured.
Got injured.
Lyra Valkyria, fucking
won the Intercontinental
mid until she feuded mid. Despite the fact that she was champion until she feuded with Becky Lynch. Dijak. Y'all don't even know who the fuck that is.
He's Dijak gone. All right, let's get something very clear. Not most of these people you're mentioning is not fucking Trick Williams. Trick Williams is on the Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton, her first year, she won Money in the Bank and then won the world title. Braun Breaker won the Intercontinental Championship, was at WrestleMania, and now he's in the biggest faction of the WWE. He is one of the biggest stars in NXT. They're not going to put him, going to have him do a mid-card run. They're going to freaking put a skyrocket on him, just like they're doing for Roxanne Perez, just like they're doing for Stephanie Walker, just like what they're doing with Julia. These are terrible comparisons. And all your comparisons are not trash. Lyra had banger after banger after banger. And then Carmelo Hayes is featured every freaking week.
She wasn't moving nobody.
She wasn't moving you. I knew better.
Nigga, Lonnie. Okay, she wasn't moving Lonnie either. We had conversations me and Lonnie with you on there. What are we doing?
He just said she had great matches. You disagree. She just didn't have promos. That's the only thing that
she was mid. She was mid. Because you need both to be great. We need both to be great. You can have all the great matches you want. If you can't fucking talk, you're trash. You're mid. You're mid.
It's not that she can't talk. She wasn't allowed to talk.
Man, she was mid. We're fine, bro. We're fine.
But at the same time, what you're saying is that like, oh, they're not using these people. Like they're still using these people from NXT. It's not like they're not getting used at all. Lyra was getting used a lot. She just wasn't getting promos. Carmelo was getting used throughout his whole first year.
Just because you're getting used, it doesn't mean that you're good. Just because you're getting used doesn't mean
Carmelo Hayes didn't have great matches and good promos. What are we talking about?
Most of Carmelo Hayes' time on the main roster, he's been mid with a few standouts. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Y'all are making him act like he's been treated the same way as Braun Breaker when he hasn't.
No, but that's still another one. When even
Braun Breaker's been treating great. Carmelo Hayes is not mid.
Braun Breaker. Never mind.
All right, so Braun Breaker, did he not have a great first year?
I said Braun Breaker's the exception. I'm done. Let's just end the show.
No, he's not. He's not the exception because Tiffany Stratton won the fucking world title in her first year.
Once again, the exception. Y'all act like
Lyra
just got to the main roster.
And she was treated amazingly right from her showcase. Julia, Roxanne Perez, both in Money in the Bank. Roxanne Perez literally was last in final two in Royal Rumble and was in Elimination Chamber.
I'm tired.
Julia, her first feud is going to be for the U.S. title. How are they not being used and not getting out? I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm leaving. I feel like, never mind. I'm just wasting time. I'm going to see y'all later. Have a great rest of the show.
All right, bro. Crashing out. Jesus. All right. Well, now that we're done with Random's Crash Out, let's move on and end the show. Appreciate everybody tuned in. Some good. A lot of heated debates featuring random today. Jesus. Yeah, hey man. Well, we'll see what happens, man. But Trick Williams is a superstar. I feel like that's a no question.
I don't know what other superstar right now in WWE besides Seth Rollins has been on TV recently. I think Drew McIntyre is supposed to be in one, and Roman Reigns is supposed to be in some stuff. But other than
Yeah,
that,
Liv Morgan was just in a movie, to be fair.
yeah, Liv Morgan just record this. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the movie's not out yet, but like Seth Rollins has been in that. He was in that Kakaguryu spinoff for Netflix. But Trick Williams, he's been on the All American show.
And these are like superstars for the WWE.
Yeah, they are superstars. But Trick Williams, he's been on All American, which is a popular show on CW. He's been on Wild 'N Out on the Nick Cannon show. He's had multiple commercials.
He's on Real Housewives.
So like he hasn't even been on the main roster yet. I don't think he's even had a match on the main roster, has he?
No, hasn't, no.
So yeah, I don't see why they would say, "Oh, let's not do anything with him."
Yeah, Trick's a bona fide superstar. I think there's no question there. But all right, appreciate everybody. Another fantastic episode. Y'all have a good one. Angel Reese makes some layups because she's been getting cooked recently. It's not. That's not.
Yo. Don't get me started, bro.
Yo, Angel Reese gonna make some layups. With that said, y'all have a good one.
Under every game right now, bro.
Bro, did you see that TikTok trend of people who bet?
They've been betting on her missing her first shot, and they go 6 games in a row, bro. They've gotten paid 6 games in a row. This is getting embarrassing, Angel.
I low-key want to do
like you're making niggas millions right now, Angel. You're making niggas millions.
Oh man,
making us rich for the wrong reasons. 6 games in a row, you miss your first basket. 6.
Hey, when you get this popular, you're not good. This is what happens. This is what happens.
And they do the Titanic song every time.
Yeah, Angel.
Leslie was supposed to help you this offseason. What happened?
She needs to get some technique, learn what a finger roll means.
Lisa Leslie scored 100, and she said, "Oh, we're working on your layup package this summer." That's what she said on your podcast. She's like, "We're working on your layup package." I think you got worse.
I think she has a 32% field goal percentage.
She's like 31.
Yo, Angel Reese, she might need Kyrie Irving's help too. Like, you gotta get some angles, aim for the box right in front above the rim.
Where's Lethal Shooter at? Lethal Shooter, find Angel Reese, please.
Yeah, it's some nasty work.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Shout out, man. All right, y'all. With that said, y'all have a good one. Take care and peace.